The weight that I've put on in the last 4.5 years, I'm in a place where I just feel not great. I don't even want to talk about it.
Hi, it's Leslie. We're talking about Welcome to Plathville. Well, I guess, so much for the post-divorce glow up that you would expect to happen. Because, Barry went over there right away. He was like, I'm a free man. I need to clean up this act, hit the gym, started doing all the things, and kind of had a little glow up for Barry, not my type. And as you know, he skeeves me. But you know what? His body was looking a little better and he was starting to, feel good about himself. So good for him. Kim did not have that. Kim did not have that. And it's very strange because she supposedly met this person she was in love with. You would think, oh my God, that's when you're like, let me take care of myself, look beautiful because you want this person to find you desirable and things. That did not happen to Kim. No, she kind of went down the opposite direction into I don't know what, and she's like in the worst shape of her life. Yeah. And that has not been missed on Ken. They've kind of settled in 3 years together, and who knows how they're doing in the romantic department. But anyway, Ken has some concerns, as do I.
Some of my concerns and worries have to do with commitment. I want to know that we're both going to be here for the rest of our lives, that we're both going to be healthy, and we're both going to be happy. You told me that you were going to work on certain things, and I'm not seeing the progress that I thought I would see.
Oh, hell no. Is he really calling her out? Is he shaming her for her weight and her body? Oh my God. Did you not get the memo, Ken? You can't do that. He's doing it. He's doing it. But it's all disguised in the whole thing of health, which he has a very valid point because she is actually to the point where maybe it's not healthy. So fair enough. Fair enough. But we're doing this. We are doing this, and Ken is doing it. So I guess this has been a hot topic, and this is not the first go round with talking about Kim's weight and her health. Yeah.
I've been pushing for a little while now for Kim to start exercising, just start eating better to try to get a little healthier. I want her to be around for a long time for me and for the kids, but I feel like she just kind of put the getting healthy on the back burner. I'm not seeing any changes and it's starting to get frustrating.
Oof, he's starting to get frustrated. Because I kind of get it. Because if you're with somebody and they are not healthy, it kind of, you can't help but feel like, don't I matter? Don't you care enough about me to be healthy for me so that I don't have to go through the misery of losing you or having to care for you or just that unhappy? Like, there is some element of that there. So I kind of get Ken's point. Yeah. Especially, and I know I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it, especially when he met her. I think there was a point where she was kind of looking cute. I remember her doing that dance school. I mean, she was a lot lighter and she was really looking cute, and he met her and it was all that kind of thing. And then they get together and suddenly she just kind of lets herself go to shit. So that wouldn't make me feel good if I were Ken either. So I get that too. Yeah. But Kim's on the struggle bus trying to lose weight. Yeah. I have some suggestions, Kim, in 2 seconds.
It's been a little bit daunting, being in my 50s and trying to lose weight. I mean, it's not as easy as it was in my 20s or even in my 30s. I'm trying to work out more, and I don't know, there's days where it's just really hard to work in something.
Yeah, so Kim's kind of just full of all the excuses of why she doesn't want to exercise. You have to want it. You have to want to do it for yourself first and for others and all the things, and just, I don't know, just to live. Here's my suggestion. I mean, everybody else is on the shot. I say find that. You're certainly making the money. Give that a whirl. And, plan B, definitely not the top one. I would certainly consider the weight loss surgery. And I'm sure the TLC people can hook you up because they are all affiliated with all that kind of stuff. But first, I would go to the shot. Definitely try the shot. It seems like it's worked for everybody. Yeah, do that first. But Ken is coming to play. Like, he is not kidding about this shit. You need to figure this out, basically, he's saying.
I really love Kim and I want to see her get healthier, but I think it could potentially be a deal breaker if she is not going to commit to her health. It makes me wonder, is she committed to me?
And I get that because she's kind of not, but maybe she's so down on herself she can't be committed to anybody, but I get it. Yeah. Kim, basically we need action. Not any more talk, not any more promises. We need action. We actually need running action or walking action or some kind of action. Yeah. But this, that didn't really land too well for Kim. And honestly, if I was on the receiving end of that, I think I'd be pissed off and want to get fatter, but I get it. So yeah, she didn't take well to what he said.
I don't really like that it's a deal breaker for him. I mean, I feel like he's giving me an ultimatum. I do worry about the future of our relationship when I hear him say things like that.
Yeah, this is not looking good, even though they both say they're committed, but Ken has some kind of like qualifications to his commitment. But Kim supposedly is committed. She just needs to be committed to losing weight and all the things. Yeah. And Kim, this is not a good sign, is she just has excuses up the wazoo. Cat's getting fixed or whatever she's saying. I mean, everyone like, no, 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 no. I mean, she shouldn't have. The excuses just kind of take away from everything and make you look like you're really not going to change, because that's terrible.
Stress has been really hard. Sometimes I would just stress over money all day long, and then in the evenings have a glass of wine and just kind of wind down and go to bed. And I know that that's not healthy. That's not going to help me to, shed lots of pounds.
Why the whole friggin' money thing? She had to know she would end up with something. They can't leave her destitute when they have all this money in the TLC show? Why was she worried about money? I mean, and don't come for me, but the glass of wine at night, that's not such a bad thing, because it helps you chill and relax. I do myself, as I've said, I do love a little glass of wine and all. I'm thinking we're missing some pizza in there and some burgers or something. She seems to have left a little out of that little daily snapshot she just gave us. But yeah, so I'm thinking, yeah, there's more to it.
It does mean a lot to me to hear you say, that you're committed to us, because sometimes you seem distant and I wonder if it's me, and I can tell that you're not attracted to me like I am, and that's hard. And that makes me sad, and then that doesn't help me get all energized about working out.
Yeah, so I guess she kind of just answered the question. If we're wondering how, the bedroom action is going, I mean, if she's saying he's not attracted to her, as like, she would know, and I guess that answers that question. So there's really nothing happening. It looks like they've settled in as some good chummy friends, yeah, and they're missing the romance. So it's up to you, Kim. It's up to you, Kim. Yep. And he tries to plead with her. I mean, it's true. She should want to do it for herself, for her kids, but for anybody. I mean, you want to live. Bottom line, Ken left it. If you can figure all this out, there's a promise of marriage in the future. Oh boy, we'd love to see that wedding. Not really, I'm not a wedding person. But anyway, I follow this nonsense every week, so if you want to follow along, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you next time.